Hi there, and Happy New Week. Today I am here to talk to you again and to just see how you're doing. And just to start, my name is Betty. And if you have been following me for a while, you know that I come here on Thursdays to have a conversation with you and to have a talk. And it's all about home care, it's all about care, it's about how you're doing, uh, what's going on with you, what's going on with your business, what's going on with your clients, what's going on with your staff. Yes, it's all about you and what's going on for you. So today, I'm here to talk about something that I have experienced, but also apart from experiencing it, I have also talked to other people, other agency owners who have experienced the same thing. Okay. So this is something that we have experienced, is something that the people who are experiencing it right now. And if you are not experiencing it right now, I can promise you it's coming. If you are in the healthcare industry, burnout is a real thing. If you are in the healthcare industry, I promise you that burnout is a real thing. I'm just here trying to make sure that everybody is in and locked in and we are on the go. So if you are new to this channel, please just stop here, click the subscribe button, okay? Put the notification buttons on so that anytime I come online when I'm dropping in something, you know that I'm here and we can have a conversation. The conversations go beyond here before beyond the channel. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like you need more help than here, you're always welcome to let me know. Let me know how I can help you. So today we're talking about burnout, okay? Your caregivers are burnt out, okay? You are burnt out, your caregivers are burnt out, your staff members are burnt out, your schedulers are burnt out, everybody is burnt out. And if you are a leader and you are on the burnout platform, if you are in burnout, I can assure you that you're not giving your best, okay? You're not giving your best to anyone. So you have to always try and check that. And I want you to use this as a checker every time, okay? Use this as a checker, like to check yourself. Are you feeling burnout? Is there something that you need to release before you can move on to the next one? So in 2025, the biggest threat in home care agencies isn't the competition, actually, because there's a lot for everyone. We all can get from this industry, but it is the disengagement and discouragement inside our own walls. So burnout and quitting quietly becomes something that starts building up in you, okay? You start building out those things of, I feel like I want to quit. Is this for me? Did I really need to come to this space? Those kinds of things. So I want to tell you that this is something that is going on right now. And think about it, okay? Think about it. And you can Google this, okay? Google it and check it for yourself, because think about this. They say that there's a shortage of nurses, okay? That's what the news says. The news says there's a shortage of nurses. If you Google, you will see that there's a shortage of nurses. Let me talk before COVID, especially. Being a nurse was really very interesting. And even now, nursing is still a very well-respected field. But you're finding that most nurses are finding a way out. They don't want to do the floor anymore. They're burnt out. They're not treated well. The money might be good, but they're not treated well. Okay? So that's why even when you're coming into the industry for home care, yes, you want to find your freedom for doing your own business. But remember, if you haven't dealt with that burnout that you came with from the other end into the business, then you are bound to be burnt out. I have been burnt out to a point where I couldn't even think for myself. I couldn't even do anything for myself. I checked out. Okay. I checked out. And that's one place you don't want to be burnt out until you have checked out. Trying to do life, family, you're trying to do business, you're trying to take care of yourself, you reach a point until where you check out. So today we're going to have that short conversation. It's not going to be very long, but it's going to be a good one, okay? So how to spot, you need to spot you are burnt out. How to spot, you get stressed over small things, very, very small things. They stress you out. Very small things stress you out. You get triggered by anything, You don't want to do work. You're doing a lot of procrastination, okay? You're doing a lot of procrastination. You're doing a lot of you just, your mind is just blocked. There's a lot of blockage. That's how to start spotting that there's something going on. So in your business, you look at things like for home care, for example, you look at things like your business, but look at it from the day-to-day things. You find out you're not doing your payroll on time because your mind is you're just all over, and you're so stressed you're not even following the schedule that you put for yourself together, okay? You are finding that you're making errors, errors in billing. That's a critical error. Like errors in billing, that means the money is getting lost somewhere. The money is not staying in the business. That's a very critical error. Okay. Then you look at things like your staff members. Are they staying? Are you retaining them? Or are you always shuffling your staff members? It doesn't matter if they're in-office employees or online, like remote employees. Are you shuffling members all the time? That is a very critical place to be, because that means you are training round the clock. You don't want to be on training mode round the clock. You need to move your business. So if you're not moving your business and you're always training because new people are coming on, that is not very productive. Okay. That is not productive at all. Okay. So another thing is you have to look at visual disengagement. Okay. The staff barely participate in meetings, or when you're going into meetings, you're always on the offense, trying to get people for what they are doing, trying to get people, and it's really hard to be in that place where you're trying to get people all the time for what they're not doing. And it's very, very important to check that, then you find things that, they might look normal, but they're not. Like there's a breakdown in communication. You're not sending emails the way you used to send before. And this happened to me actually. I wasn't sending email and texts, okay? And even when I sent the texts out, like maybe I needed something from a group, maybe a set like the caregivers, I would send a very short text that everybody would be wondering, what is she saying? Because I'm not very clear, you're less proactive, you're less frequent, those are some of the things that can get you burnt out, that burnout can do to you, okay? Those are some of the things that burnout can do to your business. And actually, they're messing up your business, okay? They're messing up your business, okay? So you're very not engaged, okay? So now, from what I have said, you're already feeling burnt out, right? You're already feeling burnt out. So don't let anyone make you feel that burnout is laziness, because burnout is not laziness. It isn't laziness. It's a sign that there's an emotional and mental mix-up going on. There's a problem somewhere going on that needs to be fixed. And quiet quitting isn't the solution to burnout, okay? It's not the solution. So in the description, you're going to see like a link. There's no strings attached. You just need to gauge and know where you are. Just answer those questions and it's going to line up for you, like, if it's personal, if it's business burnout, it's going to line up for you where you need to work on. You choose two things that you can work on. And of course, if you need help, you can always contact me, let me know. But in the meantime, what I can say is that it's just somewhere for you to gauge. There's no strings attached to it. Just take the assessment and move on. If you don't want to get in touch with me, if you do, let's have a conversation, okay? All right. So the root causes that can cause you burnout at work, because it's different. Okay, let me get this. I think the people on the live Zoom are having a problem, so give me a second. Give me a second. So some of the things that happen too when you're working is that there can be a situation where tech is a problem. And some people, they get overwhelmed with tech issues. Okay, some people get overwhelmed with tech issues, so don't worry about that. Just move on. It's life. You see, like now, maybe I would be very stressed because maybe the people on Zoom are having a problem, and we don't want that. So anyway, yeah, you might be wondering, some people come live on Zoom so that if they have any questions, they ask me as we go along. So if you ever hear me saying some people on Zoom, it's because I'm here with you, but I do have people who they are part of the community, and they like coming in on Zoom and having that conversation. It's a very neat, close-knit community. It's like an inner circle, so not anybody gets into the Zoom during the live sessions, okay? So let me tell you one of the things that can cause you burnout while you are working for your business. One is having issues like the administrative issues. An example is you can have issues like outdated systems. Okay, outdated systems forcing you to do manual work all through, and then scheduling chaos, matching caregivers to complex client needs to be, and there's no automation. Matching caregivers to complex clients and there's no training. That will cause you burnout because you'll be getting calls every time, either from the caregiver or the client themselves. Okay. Then fragmented communication, texts, um, calls, WhatsApp, emails. So fragmented communication, that can also cause burnout because you find yourself repeating yourself and keeping going back to the same thing. Then paperwork overload. For those of you who have been in healthcare for a long time, you know what paperwork is. It's a lot. Paperwork can overwhelm you. Paperwork can be your breaking point in healthcare, because sometimes during your shift, for example, you're not able to deal with paperwork. That means you're working after hours. If you don't have a system of helping you with this paperwork, that a system where you can document as you go, then you're going to have a very, very short, like you'll be having problems here and there. Okay. So this is not just fatigue. This can cause a loss of your agency. When people feel like they have no control over their work day, their mentality check, without any physical work, let me tell you, this can be a way out. It can be your way out. And we don't want that, right? You didn't start your business to be a quitter, okay? You started your business to be able to get to learn and grow and build and make money, right? That is why we started businesses. Okay. So now, what are the consequences from all this? Long-term consequences for your business and the real cost. Caregiver retention goes down. Client satisfaction goes down. Your reputation is damaged. And your financial impact, you're at zero. I reached that point where I couldn't do anything and my bank account was just going down. Okay? My bank account was just going down. So position yourself, to be able to win. Take the assessment in the description. See where you are, see what you need to do, and start from there. Start working from there. And like I said, if you need help, you're always welcome to let me know. Drop a message, drop a comment, drop an email. Let me know how I can help you, okay? You don't have to lose good people because you're burnt out. You don't have to lose your business because you're burnt out. We can help you. I can help you with the same strategies that I used, and I'm still using them. I still go back and start from scratch for my business because I'm not prevented from having. I'm not prevented from having problems either. I'm a human being. Okay, so I'm not privy to these things. I'll get problems, but I have to learn how to use them. So I invite you to go and do the overflow assessment. Do that overflow assessment, see where you stand. Take a few, it's free, it's at no cost and no strings attached. Okay. So it's a free assessment to see if your burnout is already costing you business time, money, and peace of mind. Okay. The link is in the description again. Okay. Then, okay. So we are going to win this together. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button. We are going to grow together. We are going to move together. Any topics about home care that you'd like me to talk about, I'm here for you. I will talk about them. If they're out of the series, if I'm having like a series talk, then I will definitely, bring it up. I will definitely bring it up and I will alert you to let you know that, hey, today I'm talking about what you suggested. Okay. And another thing, I just want you to stay tuned to my new day-to-day home care series, home care agency series. I'll be touching on things that we do day to day. So I'll be touching on that, where I will show you step by step how I streamline my work in the back office and how to reclaim your time back and lead without any burnout. And you find yourself, you have more hours to really do what you really love. Okay. You find you have more hours to really, what can I say? To spend with your family, to grow yourself, not just your business, because you also need to grow, not just your business. Okay. So here I am saying that you can do it. If I am doing it, you can do it. Okay. So to wrap this up, burnout and quiet quitting don't have to be your story in the year 2025. Right now, we have 4 more months at the end of the year. You can reset your culture, lighten your load, and get your team engaged. It starts with you being aware that you're burnt out. You have to be aware that you're burnt out, okay? You have to be aware that your team is burnt out. You have to be aware that your team is struggling. Okay. And then with building your systems, building yourself, building your team, you start seeing that the culture is changing. People start coming and they want to be around you. They want to be around your business. They want to refer people to you. They want to connect with you from the outside. Remember, if you haven't watched last week's episode, I talked about how to get your first client without having to do any advertisement. So that's where volunteering comes. You find that people invite you to go and volunteer, but you also have to be careful with that. Okay. But, people find opportunities for you to be with them, to talk to them, to line up with them and what they're doing. And I just want to wish you as a home care business owner. And I was a CNA. Okay. I used to be a CNA. So I know what I'm talking about. Caregiving is not an easy thing. Providing care for humans is not an easy thing, you know. But the grace that you have been given to serve, there's a grace that you have been given to serve, you know. I am a Christian, so I'm going to say that the word of God says that serve others, love others like you love yourself. If you love yourself and you take care of yourself well, you love yourself and you take care of yourself well, do that same thing to someone else that you don't know, someone else who is not even your family. Do that same thing to them. They appreciate. Remember, when you're giving care, don't give out from an empty cup. That's why I am really on this burnout thing. Don't give from an empty cup. You know, fill yourself up, fill yourself with good things. If you're a person of faith, fill yourself with the word, fill yourself with joy, fill yourself with laughter, fill yourself with good food, fill yourself with watch good things. Don't watch things that will drain you. Okay. Fill yourself up with the best and let your business run slowly. Do not try to run your business. If you have not made 10K, for example, do not try to run your business like somebody who has made 100K. That's real talk. That's where burnout starts, because you're trying to compete. You're trying to compete. So check yourself out. Check if you're burnt out. Look at all the areas that you feel like you're overwhelmed, you're exhausted. If you need someone to talk to you, let me know. Let's set up a meeting. But before we do, please complete that assessment. Before we have a meeting, complete that assessment. See where you stand. See what's bothering you. Because I believe if you do that, the overflow method will be the best for you. Oh, I didn't mention. I created the Overflow method. It's a holistic method that helps CEOs, executives, and in home care, in any kind of business. But mostly I deal with home care. I mean, to healthcare executives. Mostly I deal with healthcare executives, but it is a program where everyone can do it. It's a very holistic program. It touches faith, it touches family, it touches business. It's a holistic method. Even if you're not a Christian, but you believe in something, you can take that overflow method and use it for yourself. Okay? Use it for yourself. Thank you so much for listening to me. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to come here and speak with you and spend a few minutes with you and spend time with you, knowing that you have my back and I have your back. I have your back. Don't be burnt out by yourself. I have your back. I have the strategy. It's simple. The overflow method. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the button, the bell, so that you can know when I'm coming live. Thank you. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.